just to relieve the pressure on Dan for a moment, because he's really having a pretty tough time, I want to take this opportunity to express my appreciation to all the people who have worked to make both the rally and this evening's dinner a success. Needless to say, the principal people in that effort have been the McKinney family, as usual. They are not all here, unfortunately. Dr. McKinney is in North Carolina, where he has gone because his sister was ill, and but fortunately she is better, and he has sent a telegram saying, "I am sorry, I cannot be present." I sincerely hope there will be a miracle there, as there was for my sister here. Her condition has changed for the better. And then one other member of the family who is not able to help us this year, but who has been invaluable in previous years, is Betty. And Betty, as some of you may know, is now with the USO in Vietnam. She has been in Saigon for some time, but recently moved to Long Binh. But today, quite remarkable timing, a letter arrived here at the hotel addressed to me saying, "Dear Colonel Bunker, I am certain that this will be the very best New England rally that has ever been held for God, family, and country. I am sorry I cannot be there this year, for I certainly will be there next year. Tell everyone to be sure and attend the dinner honoring Dan Smoot, because he is a wonderful person. Best regards." Then I don't know where they're all scattered. Anna is usually hiding somewhere to avoid being noticed, but here she is over here. Son John is our chief fixer-upper during the rally. Anything that goes wrong, we call John. He's way up in the balcony. And the daughter, Carol, has been tremendous help, especially in organizing the program for the young people. And she is over here. Then young Richard has been very helpful, as always. And he and his wife, Heather. Heather has done a lot for the rally. Are they up there, too? And John's wife is up there, Jean, who has been a tremendous help. And somewhere around should be Harold, who is always useful, too. Do we find Harold? Another individual who has always been very generous and helpful has given us again this year the beautiful souvenir programs, which I hope you will treasure, and that is Joe Sullivan from Lowell. Joe? The rest of the success goes, or a great deal of it, of course, goes to the hotel. They give us marvelous service both during the rally and the dinner, and we are most grateful to them. There was a good deal of hesitation the first time we had a rally here, because some of our friends in the Boston area had told the staff for several days that we were a communist organization and they better arrange not to be here over the weekend. And but as time went on, they realized how accurate Mr. Hall was, as usual, and now they receive us with open arms. I think I see Harold scooting along over there. Before I start on the pleasant task of identifying some of the head table guests for you, I think I should tell you that we have several very beautiful and distinguished wives in the audience that should be at the head table, if Anna didn't have such a prejudice against ladies at head tables. But we are delighted that Mrs. Smoot is here with their son Larry sitting down here. Can we have a bow? At the same table, we have the beautiful Mrs. Mannion. Neither Father Fenton nor I can produce a wife at this moment, but and unfortunately, two of our distinguished guests have come away and left theirs, I think, inadvertently at home. And that, Mrs. Anderson is up in the mountains somewhere. Mrs. Rarick is looking after the family, I believe. Ted is in the same situation that Father Fenton and I are. And Dr. Poling's delightful Mabel was not able to come this time. But Bob Welch's Marion is over here. And I would be faced with a real problem if I tried to follow protocol and go down the list of other distinguished guests who are here. We have been very fortunate this year in the number of distinguished people who have come to the rally and been here for the dinner tonight, and I thank them all for coming. I wish I could go right down the list because it would impress you as being a very definite roster of distinguished and conservative patriotic Americans. But I should point out that we have two very distinguished guests here from California. The lady has been with us through the rally. She has been here several times before, but her husband, unfortunately, has not been able to fit it into a schedule until tonight, and we are very honored tonight to have Mr. and Mrs. Walter Brennan with us. Now, Dan, the tension having been a little bit relaxed, I want to present to you a couple of souvenirs to take back to Dallas so that you won't forget tonight. You can't take the cake with you, but at least not in any airplane that I've seen or traveled in, although I did take a horse quite a distance once. And so we'll give you these here. This for your library. You may. It's autographed.
You won't believe this. This is an autographed copy of a book written by the greatest American, or the greatest man of the 20th century, General of the Army Douglas MacArthur. Thank you very much.
And this, Dan, I won't undertake to tell you where to put it because I expect that your wife may have some ideas on that. But in any event, we hope that it will serve you faithfully for some time to come.
how magnificent. Can you see this? There's no way to say thank you, Larry.
And before he gets to Dallas, we will have a little plaque put on the back of it telling just where it came from.